Hi everybody, my name is Patricia Hetherington. I run Action on the Side and you're checking out this video probably on the Action on the Side YouTube page. Now I'm doing a series of video logs, but I thought you might like to know who I am and why I'm doing these. So a little bit about me. I am a filmmaker originally from New Zealand, now based in London. I have worked on over 60 short films in various roles. I've been a writer and a director. I've been a sound recordist and a sound designer, composer. I've been a camera operator or a DP, a videographer, camera assistant, production assistant, runner, production manager, but predominantly I have, AD. I'm a freelance AD and a freelance sound recordist, but also I am a producer. Out of those 60 films, I have produced or co-produced about 25, I think, at last count. So I love film. That's why I do it. My main goal is to produce movies. I love the short film format, and I will be developing into feature films, but at the moment I'm developing my voice as a short filmmaker. Now I run Action on the Side, which has been running for 3 years now, and through that I've been executive producing a number of, even producing a number of short films. I studied film at the undergraduate level. I did an undergraduate degree in film back in New Zealand and an undergraduate degree in music composition. I did a graduate degree in film in New Zealand, and now I am doing a master's degree in film in London with Raindance. So for those of you who know Raindance or who don't know Raindance, it's an organisation that's been running in London since the early 90s, run by Elliot Grove, and it's expanded internationally. It has an independent film festival every year, which is massive. I think it's the largest independent film festival in Europe. They run training programs. They have a monthly networking event, boozing and schmoozing every month. Do get along. They have all this training and opportunities and support for independent filmmakers, and they run a master's degree. So their master's degree is film by negotiated learning, and it's run through Staffordshire University. It's 1 year or 2 years part-time. I'm doing it 2 years part-time. And it's something with negotiated learning. What it means is that the students each have an industry mentor and a personal advisor. And with their mentor and advisor, they work out what they want to focus their degree on and how they're going to, what all their modules are, what the steps are, what learning objectives they want. There's a lot of reflection, assessing your skills and your weaknesses, addressing your skills and weaknesses, and trying to improve as filmmakers based on what's happening in the industry. So it's not a film school per se where you learn the technicalities of being on a film set, and it's not fully theory like a university master's degree where you might go to classes and be writing a thesis. It's not that, it's more industry based. So the focus of my master's degree is to develop Action on the Side into a sustainable short film business model. What that means is I'm developing the Action on the Side model where we make a short film across a month, and I'm going to be rolling it outside of London and getting it sustainable. So that means any profit that the business makes is reinvested into the business so that it can grow and develop sustainably. So the steps I took and am taking for this, the first module is a research module, always. For my research, I researched the London film organisations, so organisations that are available to London filmmakers. This was, I was learning about market research and competitor analysis. I was seeing which organisations are available for the same audience that I have. For Action on the Side, I was developing the UPM, the value proposition for the project. I was seeing which organisations run networking events, which organisations run film screenings, which ones run film competitions, which ones are members only, just to compare to Action on the Side and see what's already out there. My second module I've just finished, and I was looking at chain of title, so understanding the copyright issues and chain of title for short films. So this is developing my skills as a producer, and I was developing the legal agreements that we need to use for the Action on the Side project, basically deepening my understanding of all the clauses you have to have in the agreements, what agreements there are, all the protections as a filmmaker we need. This involved developing the forms and meeting with a media and entertainment lawyer to ask questions and review the forms. The module I've just started is to write a business plan for Action on the Side. It's the first time I've written a business plan, so I'm learning about risk assessment and financials and forecasting, and also how to write a business plan. My next module is I am doing a series of video logs. Now, I've taught film as a tutor and at undergraduate level for senior students and for first and second year students. So I'm developing my skills as a mentor and trainer, because the Action on the Side model is an educational model. It's a skills development model. So I'm there to help train people to develop their skills and assess and grow as filmmakers, because that's what we want with Action on the Side, is for people to improve while they take part and make better films. And the final step of my master's is to run a beta test, which means I will be taking Action on the Side outside of London. I'm not sure where yet, but we'll be taking all the forms that we've developed and the model that we've developed and gotten feedback on, everything that we've developed, and we'll be taking it somewhere outside of London, because that's what we want to do, is grow it, both within the UK and internationally. So if the model of Action on the Side, of making a short film across a month, of a growing film community and developing your skills is something that you think sounds good, but you're not in London and you know your local community might be interested, then send me a message and we can have a chat. You can contact me through the Action on the Side website, hello@actionontheside.tv. Great, thank you, and please subscribe to the channel so you can see more of our videos. Thank you.